Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Okay, we've got the Prince of Pentacles, the builder, right? This is a good Taurus energy. This is someone that really likes to get their hands dirty. Like you really, maybe you enjoy working with your hands. Maybe you're some sort of an artisan or a crafts person, right? This is the card of the builder. This is someone that likes to just sort of not worry about the plan, not worry about the outcome, just wants to get in there in the middle of it and put stuff together, just to start doing the actual work. You're the one that likes to have the hammer and nail the boards together. You know, maybe in a very literal way, maybe you find that a way of relaxing for you is to get out there and do something physical. You know, to get in the backyard and build something, to get a bookshelf and put it together or whatever, you know. Something that doesn't have the need for you to figure out the plan. It's kind of just like there's either easy to read instructions or this is something that you just get to do yourself and you just get to create it and it's not a big deal. It doesn't take the sort of mental energy, right? So I feel like this is something that, you know, already has a plan, already has the instructions, and it's just, you know, you're just doing it. It's kind of it's a relaxing almost process for you. But I feel like you're in the middle of building more than that. You're in the middle of building a life, building a future. Maybe you're building a family, a house, a home. Yeah. So we got to put this energy into some context. We got to see what we're building and why and how and all that kind of good stuff. All right. Next card happens to be the Wheel of Fortune. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. You're building, and I think the universe is providing you with all the building materials. Right? That your life is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better with that Wheel of Fortune. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune, you may lately have been feeling that you're sort of at the bottom of the wheel, you know, between the rubber and the road. That's changing now. And I feel like the universe is saying that the more effort, the more you're willing to show up every day and sort of get dirty, the bigger your life's going to get. Like, there's no limit here. It's one of those jobs where it's just like, there's no limit to the amount of money that you make. It's just a matter of how much effort you're willing to put into it, right? The more hours you work, the more you show up, the more money you're going to make. The more you just get out there and do it. This is someone that's really got this is someone on the grind, you know? This is someone that's got their nose to the grindstone, perhaps, is the better analogy or metaphor. This is somebody consistent. This is somebody that shows up every day, someone that is reliable. And Spirit's rewarding you for that. The universe, the world is rewarding you for that. Okay? Very good energy. Very, very good energy. Let's see what else we have. We've got the Lust or Strength card. We've got a 10 of Cups. We've got, 8 of Wands. That's very nice. We've got the Sun card. See, the Sun card has a bunch of rays going out in every direction too, right? Which is kind of what you want up here. This is the position of kind of what you're looking for, what you're sort of hoping to invoke, or what you would like in life. And I think you want diversity. You want a lot of different, you don't want the same old routine kind of thing. That maybe what you're building in your life now is going to allow you a lot more creative freedom, a lot more opportunity to express yourself. Yeah. We have the Empress. We have a 7 of Wands. We have a Prince of Swords and 2 of Wands. I feel like in some way this is you building your own business. You know, I feel like this is something that's giving you creative control, financial freedom. It's giving you sort of executive control, right? That if this is your own business that you're building, you get to call the shots. Nobody else is going to tell you what to do, right? Maybe this is the energy of the business owner, right? Especially when we remember that spirit saying, well, the more work you do, the more money you'll make, right? And this is kind of like, you know, if you think of this as owning your own business, well, I think this is true. You know, the more you're willing to put into it, there's no limit to how big this can get. You know, maybe you're building a business. You're building a future beyond the sort of the routine, beyond the expected, beyond the sort of baseline. Yeah. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here. We're going to put Jimbo the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard, right there on top. Don't forget, Gemini, you are magic. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, please put it in the comments down below. We can do it together as a group exercise. All right. Let's look around the room at our major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's good. It's your courage to grow and expand your thoughts, expand your horizons, expand what you believed was possible for yourself. Okay? Be willing to take risks and experiment. Be willing to let your light shine. See, the sun is the card of success. It is health, it is wealth, it is pride, it is joy, it is creativity. This card is all good. Right, this is really the best. And the Empress card is the life that you're creating. And between these two, between these two is the courage to think outside the box. It's the courage for you to imagine that there is more out there that you could achieve. This is the courage you need to realize that you can expand your life infinitely. You've got to believe that this is possible for you, okay? And that takes courage. Over here, this is the life that says the more light you shine onto the world, the more the world's going to grow and the more you're going to get out of it, right? This is kind of the garden, and this is the sunlight that the garden needs. And that sunlight is you and your effort and your focus, your love, your warmth, right? Your light, your creativity, your innovation, your leadership, and your direction. Right? And you're the one that makes the garden grow. Yeah. It's very nice. We have fire, fire. So 3 fires. We have a little bit of water here. We've got a little bit of air over here. And then we've got a little bit of earth. It's mostly the spiritual energy. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the fire. 1, 2, 3. So it's mostly spiritual energy and fire. Little bit of water and air, the human heart and mind. And of course the earth energy, that's kind of saying this is all something that's being built in the physical realm. It's something that is manifesting here for you. Very, very good. Yeah, your life's about to level up. Okay. We talked about the lust card and the wheel of fortune. I think this really is, if you have the courage to try, if you have the courage to believe that you can achieve more in life, or that you can build, we'll use the analogy of building your own business. If you have the courage to believe that there is more out there for you, that you have an amazing, infinite, unlimited potential, then your life is going to grow in that direction. You've got to have the courage to believe that, right? To push the boundaries and to put in the work. The 10 of Cups in the background here, it almost seems like this is too small now. You know, I almost feel that this is sort of what we have to transcend, that we realize that the happiness, the fullness of life, you have to, again, the Wheel of Fortune is expanding. It's the Jupiter energy, right? It's bringing you more and more and more. It's growth. It's being willing to expand your horizons, expand your conception of what is possible. And this seems like a drop in the bucket now, right? That this might be what you thought was sort of going to make you happy. This was you being content before with something else, you know. And I think now there's this, I don't know what the signal is for you, or what it's, you know, I don't know if there's, I almost feel that there's been a recovery from some sort of a health. I don't know if you were sick. You know, when you're sort of sick, because I've been sick for the last week, it's kind of like the only thing I want in life is just to not feel so terrible, you know. That would be bliss to me, is to not wake up and feeling like my chest is on fire, you know. That would be bliss. But then once you become well again, you think, oh, well, now I want so much more than that, you know. Now we realize that we have this potential not just to be without pain, but to be so much beyond that. Not just the ability to be not sad, right? But the other direction, to be crazy, insanely happy. Okay? And so I think that's sort of what's going, you're realizing that there is so much more that you're capable of. It's not just about the healing from something or the removal of something that's painful, but then it's the acquiring of something that is pleasurable. Does that make sense? It's kind of like, you know, you've got a thorn in your paw, and the only thing I want is to get rid of that thorn. Now I feel better. Okay. Now I realize I can run and jump and hunt and you know, and travel and pursue life and build. Now I can build things with these hands, you know. And so to me it feels like the same thing when you're recovering from an illness, and you know, and you start to feel better, you get your strength back, and you just say, I want to do everything now. Now there's no limit. Now I'm thinking big, you know. And I think this is it. We think big, we believe big, we build big. Okay, expanding, 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 exceeding what you thought was possible for yourself, or your family, or your business, or maybe you're already a business owner. This is the creative thinking. This is the creative problem solving. The problem is life's too small. The problem is that you have all of this joy and bliss to achieve out there in the world. So you're thinking of new ways to build bigger. You're thinking of new ways to expand, you know. You're thinking of ways that this 10 of cups can be a 200 of cups, 1,000 of cups, right? There's no limit. The 10 is only a 10. It's an arbitrary. It's, well, not really arbitrary. It's base 10. It's decimal kind of thing, because that's how we count here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, and then there's a whole shitload, right? Some cultures maybe are on a base 2 or a base 4. There's just 1, 2, and then a lot. You know, we just do 1 through 10 and then a lot. So this is an infinite card. So in a way, you've been thinking too small. You just wanted to remove the thorns from your hands, you know. And now that those thorns, I think, are gone, you're realizing that, okay, I got to get involved in some stuff now. I'm ready to go. What do I want to do? We're sort of getting the jazz hands here, you know. And I think that this is a lot of creative thinking. Now, it's usually a card of creative problem solving. There's a problem. We're going to think in a bunch of different ways of how we can solve the problem, and it's going to be, you know, it's brainstorming. It's very creative. There's really no problem now, you know. So it's kind of, it's the creative thinking, the creative energy that's going to give you new ways to expand your business, or to grow the business, or to build the business. It's a lot of good ideas. And I think you're full of it. Right? Full of the good ideas. The Sun card in the future, we talked about this too, and that's the success. This is you really letting your light shine, letting your creative energy lead the way. Okay? And this is success. This is you being the star. It's the sun. It's a star, right? This is someone who is fulfilling their destiny. Think of the star card. It sort of represents the destiny and the revelation of who we are, why we're here, what we're made of, and where we're going. This is somebody that knows those things now. You know what you're made of. You know where you're going. You know who you are and why you're here. Okay? So this is a big level up. This is a spiritual awakening. This is an enlightenment. Now, we're using the analogy of you building a business or this kind of financial growth, but we could be talking about anything else. Spiritual growth, building a family, a relationship, a network, a life. These are life readings. It's not just necessarily career or anything like this. Maybe you're retired, maybe you're in school. It doesn't matter how old you are. This is you expanding your life, having the courage to believe that there is so much more out there for you and that you can grow and expanding our horizons, you know. We're going to talk about the path of the serpent now, and as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything, but it supports the channel, and I really do appreciate that. All right. General energy, Empress card. Right? This is wonderful. This is very fertile ground. This is, again, it's between the soul and the body, let's say, right? Or the sun and the earth, sort of creating the growth, creating the success, the expansion that we're looking for. It's your creative energy. It's your attention, your will, your spirit and soul, right? Shined onto the right environment, the right material. Yeah. So these two coming together, it creates abundance. Yeah. It's how the garden grows. In other words, the more you put into this, the more it's going to give back to you. Okay. And if this is your own business, yeah, the more effort you put in, well, the more reward you're going to get. You know, you put in all this tremendous effort, give it the best parts of yourself, and it's going to reward you. Okay? We're talking about anything here. You're in school, right? The more effort you put into it, you give it your very best attention, the very best hours of your day. I'm not just going to do my homework when it's 4 a.m. and I'm exhausted, you know. I should be sleeping, but no, you're going to give it the prime time hours, right? And it's going to give you prime time results. You get out of it what you put into it. Yeah. And then, of course, with the Empress card, you have to keep it going. You have to nurture it. You have to take care of it. You have to maintain that garden. Okay. The Seven of Wands is a reminder that nothing is ever completely easy. It may seem like it here. It may seem super duper easy. But the Seven of Wands is reminding us that you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to push. You're going to have to struggle. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be opposition. But the Seven of Wands is valor. The Seven of Wands is, even if it feels like an unwinnable situation, you know in your heart of hearts it's not, and you're going to push through it, and you're going to succeed, and you're going to do it no matter what. This is an energy that does not quit. Okay? And this is even an energy between this and the Prince of Pentacles. I feel like this is you really enjoying being out in the world, getting your hands dirty, being engaged with the world and really working hard to do something. You're not somebody that sits in the office and sort of, yells at other people to tell them what to do. No, you're down there building the thing yourself. You're down there in the hot sunlight, sweating with the hammer and the tool belt and the hard hat, and you're constructing the life. You know, you're the one in the garden you're pulling the weeds, let's say. Okay. And I feel like you like that. I feel like it really is good for you. And, maybe it's a suggestion that, yeah, go out and do something out in nature. Pull some weeds today, or plant a plant or something like that. Something where you have to use a little bit of your muscles, and you got to get your hands dirty. Okay? Hey, change the oil in the car. Do something hands-on. Put something together. Or take something apart, or whatever it is. All right. The next card is the card that we don't want, but we know that we need, and that is a plan, right? This is a fixed air energy. It is a Prince of Swords. When we're on the path of the dove, this is the card in this position of the energy we don't want. When we're over here, we don't want a plan. We don't want a strict process or procedure. No, we want experimentation. We want sort of the creative freedom, right? We want to think outside of the box. We want to brainstorm. We want to innovate and be creative and just be untamed energy, right? Yes, when we're over here, this is where we start to realize, okay, I want this creative freedom, but I also need some kind of a plan. I need an objective, and maybe this is us having a mission or having a mission statement, having when a business might have like a mission statement, having an objective that we can articulate so that all of this creative energy has sort of a direction to it, And the difference between the Eight of Wands in the Thoth deck and the Eight of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith is the direction of this energy. In the Thoth deck, this energy is going all over the place, every point of the compass, right? It's just kind of it's like a burst, it's like a fireworks in the sky, right? It's just sort of going everywhere at once. And then it sort of fizzles, In the Rider-Waite-Smith, all of these points of energy are headed in the same direction. They're all sort of flying together. The javelins are going in the same direction. And I feel like that's sort of what we need when we introduce a little bit of the air energy. When we have a fixed goal in mind or a fixed plan or a fixed objective, we can still be just as creative and expansive, and we can still transcend. We can still level up all this energy. We got to have a little bit of a direction in mind. Okay, you don't have to have the MapQuest turn-by-turn directions printed out, but you have to at least have the map and say, I want to end up there, right? And then we can sort of figure out how we want to get there, but we have to know where there is. Okay, so maybe we need the coordinates. We don't need the turn-by-turn directions yet, The Two of Wands at the very end, I think, is the crowning glory here, and this is your independence. This is your freedom, your autonomy. This is you realizing that this life is mine. The success or failure of this life is my responsibility. So this is you as the business owner. This is the freedom, but yet the responsibility, the power, right? Great power, great responsibility of being the business owner, of realizing that this is yours and all of this is sort of under your control. Even the stuff that's sort of uncontrollable, right? The variables. You're the business owner, it's all on your shoulders, yes, but you have to contend with the outside world. You have to contend with other forces, other businesses, the competition, just the rules of business, and that's part of the Seven of Wands, right? Because the Two of Wands is saying that you can't control everything. You can control how you react or respond to everything, though, and that's part of the Seven. These two cards together, this is the business owner, running a tight ship and making sure that ship is ready for whatever whatever it meets along the way. Yeah, very, very awesome energy for you. Let's look at the mystery card. I want to see a little bit of more water energy, right? We have the 10 back here, and we're sort of like looking to exponentially increase this. So I want to see another 10 of cups, obviously, right? I would say let's see an 11 or 12 or 25,000 of cups, but they don't make that many. So we'll just have to use our imagination a little bit. We'll have to get creative with it. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. Let's see what we have. We have a King of Wands, fixed fire energy, still on that business owner tip, It's still that same kind of, it's that fixed will, right? We have the plan, right? We have the coordinates of where we want to take things. We've got that fixed energy now that's basically saying, you can't undo it, It's kind of saying, in a way, it's saying even when you're sick, you got to show up. Right? This is an attention. This is a responsibility. This is a will. This is the concentrated effort that has to always be there. It is your business. You cannot take the day off. You can't call in sick. You can't just say, I don't want to do it anymore. You can, but not if you want it to succeed, right? There's nobody that you can pass the buck to. There's nobody that you can sort of defer to. That it all is your your responsibility. And I think this makes it sort of real, you know. And honestly, that's how I feel about this channel on YouTube, because this is my business now, you know. This is a family business. My wife has her channel, you know, I'm here even when I'm sick, because it's a commitment, you know, that I've obligated myself. I've told you that I'm going to be here on Mondays and Fridays, and well, this is a bonus reading, maybe some extra days too. But it's a sense of obligation. It's a sense of commitment, and it's saying I've given my word. So even if I'm sick, I'm going to do my very best. Now, there's been days where I've been so sick I couldn't come into the studio. But I'm going to do my very best to drag myself in here and put something together, because I said that I would. It may be a real piece of you know what, right? But it's that commitment. And I think that this is also you recognizing that commitment, that it's not something that you can just sort of take lightly, you know. And I've had jobs where it's just like, man, I don't want to go in today. I'll just call in sick. You know, it didn't really matter. You know, but it's an immaturity. This takes maturity for you. It takes you really understanding that this is what you want. It's a lot of weight. All right, a lot of commitment. You've given your word, and your word is your bond. Yeah. Anyway, really, God, this is good. This is really good energy. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Gemini Mondays and Fridays. This is a special update. It doesn't replace your Monday or Friday readings. I'll still be here on those days too. So be sure to watch both of those readings too. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let us know what your business is. If this is a business, put a link, put a shameless promotion in the comments. I don't care, right? I want everybody to succeed. Yeah. And in fact, I should do one of those posts again where I ask everybody to share their business ideas, or to share their website, or to share their company, or whatever they're doing. Let's create that dove and serpent yellow pages, you know, where everybody sort of shares their business. And I really want to support small businesses, because I am one. You know, my family here, this is a family business. So anyway, I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.